I could that. So see, there's the pump right there. We have found the target. Well, here's the situation. Check it out. See how there's two wires unhooked? That thing just blew off. See that hole? See that?
Rubicon Springs cocktail hour. Was that a cooler board?
She's fired up. We're headed down the hill. You know, knocks your cowboy hat off.
Rubicon Trail, WFO style.
Oh. Now we're talking. Oh! So this recovery actually started with an email on a Thursday afternoon. So we're monitoring the email. All of a sudden, an email comes in from a Garmin InReach. So not really from a person, and it has GPS coordinates and very little text, but basically says that a customer is dead in the water with no can in their JL. The crazy thing is, 2 weeks ago we did a recovery within 50 feet of where this GPS is pointing right now. The other one was an e-torque JL. This one has to be a 392 JL. So we can rule out the fact that the extra e-torque battery is what's putting these things into a no-can system. So immediately started texting with the customer, who happened to be a customer of ours from the past, and we texted him back and forth on his InReach because he didn't have any other way to talk to us, and kind of explained to him how to pull the glove box down, find the bus bar, troubleshoot the bus. 2 hours later, we just performed our first remote recovery. We never left the office, never left my desk, and by finding the right wire, he was able to get the engine up and running and get his 392 driving again. So that was the beginning on Thursday. Then he heads down Big Sluice, and about 3 hours later, I get another text from the Garmin InReach that says, power steering has exploded, pump is broken, has a hole in it, dead in the water, need help again. So now we're on recovery number 2 on the same vehicle on the same day. So it happened to be 4:45 at PSC in Texas. So I called up Bob, got Bob on the phone and said, look, I really need you to overnight a 392 power steering pump because the 392 pumps are completely different than all the other pumps out there. They're right-hand ports instead of left-hand ports. So Bob makes miracles happen. He runs out to his shipping guy. His shipping guy boxes it. They actually drive it to UPS, overnight it so that we can have it on Friday. Friday morning, check the tracking. Unfortunately, the overnight pump from PSC says it is delayed due to weather, which means you don't get your money back, and it wasn't coming on Friday. So we were planning on going into the Springs on Friday night anyway to set up our camp for the Jeepers Jamboree. So now we're like, let's postpone our Friday night departure to Rubicon Springs. Got my 392 in the shop, yanked the power steering pump off of that, spent the night, and on Saturday morning headed in to put the pump on the Jeep. So that Saturday morning was the third day of the recovery, and then got it fixed and ended up spending the night in Rubicon Springs, partied a little bit, and came out on Sunday. So this will be a 4-day recovery, a lot of things happening, a lot of stuff coming into play, and it was actually 2 recoveries in one with a third issue that we worked ourselves through. So stay tuned, check it out. What's going on here, Austin?
Getting ready for recovery.
Another recovery, and off to the Rubicon we go. Well, here's the situation. Customer was heading down Big Sluice in his 392 on 1 tons and got bound between a couple rocks. Ended up forcing it enough where it blew the pop-off valve out of the power steering pump on his 392, and the Jeep is dead in the water. So we ripped the pump off of my 392, some extra fluid, and we're headed up to the trail to do a heart transplant here and drive it out. Somebody gets a good time driving someone else's 392 out of the trail. Taking the Toyota. Got kind of a late start at 7 a.m. See if we can get up there and get her fixed. Game on. 9:15, made it up to Tahoe. We're just kind of rolling around the lake here, getting ready to drop in. People are already in the water. How about that? I'll tell you what, 9:15 driving along the walking trail in Tahoe. It's a good time to be alive, if you know what I mean. Well, we made it to the staging area, just aired her down, and going to head in. Should be in the springs in an hour or two, and we'll go unload and check it out. Well, just got done airing down, and we are heading into the springs to go get this thing. It's even harder when you're looking through your phone trying to drive. Oh! Potholes, potholes! Now we're talking. Woo! Oh! Oh! She's sucking it up pretty good. Just getting to the top of Cadillac Hill here. Took us about 40 minutes to get here. And we're gonna drop down into Rubicon Springs. See what's going on. I think there's kind of a party going on. It's the weekend before Jeepers Jamboree, so we might even get in a little trouble when we get down there. This is how you make up time right here, with a little speed. Oh boy! Woo! Rubicon Trail, WFO style. Oh, oh, oh! Now we're talking. Oh! Made it to the overlook, and we're gonna head on down into Rubicon Springs and see if we can't get ourselves a 392. Nice little Saturday today. Everybody else is coming up Cadillac Hill. We're going down. Makes it a little bit longer to get it done. Oh! Well, here we are, heading down Cadillac Hill, and we're carrying a little bit of momentum, so everything you hit it just a little bit harder. Oh! Oh! A little bit of speed, but that's all right. Second V-Rock right in front of us. Let's hope we don't pass anybody in this spot of the trail. And this is where you want to wash the bed. Okay, okay. Oh, woo! We made it. We're around. Oh, this tree's a little tight. That's the first V-Rock right in front of us. And there we are, past that one. Oh, rock slider. Oh, all right. All right, we're down towards the bottom of Cadillac now, and we're carrying pretty good momentum down the hill, coming into this kind of rock garden. Right at the big turn, you gotta weasel your way around, and in a long wheelbase, you gotta go way up on the hill right here to the right, almost touch the leaves hanging off the bank, because there's a giant rock on driver's side here coming down that you got to pivot off of, just like that. Once you pivot off that rock, just go for it. Carry a little momentum, drop it right in the hole. Oh, just like that. We're at the turn, and see if we can swing it without backing up. I think we can. The Tacoma turns nice and sharp. Oh, slid down. We might be screwed. Oh, let's see. We're gonna make it. Woo! Just made the turn. Now we just finished this little lower section right on down to the graves. Nice and easy. Here we are, Rubicon Springs, California. It's about 80 degrees. Just passing Dirty Dozen Campground over there, and what a wonderful day to be alive in the Rubicon. So we unloaded everything out of the truck in Rubicon Springs to make it a little easier, and now we're going to head up Big Sluice and see if we can find this Jeep somewhere up there on the trail. We are pulling up to the Green Bridge, Rubicon Springs, California. And we're about to go find us a, whoa, hit the bridge. Go find us a broken Jeep. Well, I got the hat on now, and looks like we just found it. So we came up property line, started heading up Big Sluice, and it looks like we have located the target. It's right up here, around the corner. And property line was pretty rough there at the bottom of Big Sluice. So coming around here, and there it is, up on the hill. Okay, now we gotta see if we can get up this. Air locker's on. We have found the target. So, of course, the sun is in full, or the front end's in full sun. So that's awesome. No shade. Well, let's see if we can't get it fixed now. So, Austin hooked me up. After taking the pump off of my 392, he made the power steering pump replacement starter kit. So come check this out. We got 4 things of fluid. We have a big long breaker bar to break loose the belt. We got extra rags. We have the new pump. And then we have wrapped up in this little unit all of the tools needed to change the power steering pump. So that makes the job just a little bit easier. Thank you, Austin. It's starting to come apart right here. You can see we already got traffic on the trail. One bolt's already out, so pop this, and then the airbox comes out. So that's kind of nice. Look right here. So the pump is down on the motor down there. You can't even actually see it, but it's there. So we'll get to it. Let me get this out of the way. There it is. Now you can see it more. So see, there's the pump right there. So not too hard to get to, actually. There's no taking the front of the motor, just the airbox. So these little aluminum tube wrenches are really nice to use. So 2 AN fittings, you got the pressure fitting, and you got the feed line. And luckily this is so high up in the system, not very much drains out, and it looks like you already blew everything out anyway. So real easy, quick to get the lines off. This is where I need my glasses, Sean. Glasses on, and this is how you tension the belt, which, oh, now I got the ratchet set the wrong way. That's sweet. All right. Wiggle that ratchet up and down, Sean. A little more. Up, down. Got it. Okay. So, there it is. So the tensioner is a 3/8 drive. So hold it all the way over. It doesn't move much. Boom. Pulley off. Now we'll just leave that on there. We're putting it back on. We'll try not to move the belts so that we can make sure that it just goes right back on. So now, time for the pump to come off. Ooh. So the socket goes right through the pulley, and it's 13mm deep socket, and boom, it just comes right loose. Nice and easy. So there's only 2 bolts, second one's down a little further, but still easy just to get on with the 13mm. And they are different lengths, so you do not want to mix the 2 bolts up when you put it back together. So close. Oh, there we go. How about that? Boom. So check this out over here in the shade. What do you see here? The casting just blew off. See that hole and see that? It literally overpressurized right where my thumb is and blew that whole end cap off. Look to the one to the right where my finger is. That's what it's supposed to look like. All right, game on. Full party. It's a mother Ford Ranger. Hey, hold on, Matt. You just pulled up. You're on the video fixing this Jeep. You just fixed yours. What was wrong with it?
I just needed to see Trevor, that's all. That's all it comes down to. I saw the WFO rig. We're big fans of these guys. We're like, let's pretend our lockers broke.
The front end was not working. You actually had to get winched in a opener shot there. And you remember on the dirt bikes where they say turn the gas on?
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing. Turn the air compressor on, then hit the locker switch.
She's got 2 lockers.
Oh, front and rear.
Front and a rear. Guess which one I didn't see?
Oh, you didn't see the switch for the front?
The front one.
Ah, there you go.
So yeah, we're gonna go get some beer.
Hey, it's gonna be a lot easier now. That'll happen on these big jobs.
Oh man.
So, like that, the belt went right back on. That never happens. We're getting there. This is the feed line. We've actually now it's a party. Look at that. We've got a whole crew here now. I like it. Up there. Now, it's a matter of getting the air box back in. Oh, this is look. He saved the part that fell out.
Oh, that part that blew out.
That's the spool valve or whatever they call it. All right. So this gets a little tricky because there's 3 little holes down there that those have to go in. So and fit around all these extra wires that are shoved in this thing. Damn. Look at these wires. Okay. That's it. Now the bolt right here. That's in. So this part extremely important. That would be the mass airflow. Click. Oh, didn't fit. Well, that plug doesn't feel too good. I don't know if you pulled it out. Ratchet. Of course, you don't want to tighten this too tight. So you're starting to foam a little bit. It's gonna do that because we didn't fully bleed the system, but it's not much foam, so I'm gonna just let it idle for a minute, see if we can get the pump to prime. And it's not whining or anything like that. All right, here we go. We'll let it idle for a minute. Not whining. It's all back together. Hey, what happened to my beer? Oh, here it is. Victory beer. Do one last check. See the level. Look at that. Not even foamed, and it's just above the bolt. Good to go. She's fired up. We're headed down the hill. This is when they say a party's like a rental, you know what I mean? Let's see what happens. So when driving the rental down the hill, knocks your cowboy hat off, but this is what we got in front of us. I got to get through here without scratching his Jeep. So we're at property line, and property line is actually pretty legit. I mean, it's gnarly, pardon my language. And going down's one thing. I mean, it's hard going down, yet, some people are going up this. I mean, we just went up it to come get the Jeep. So that's the spot about, 500 yards, 1,000 feet from the Green Bridge that we call property line. It is definitely a party back there. Here it is as we're just coming out of property line. And I gotta find a place to pull over because I'm going to go back up and drive the recovery truck down that because it's kind of gnarly. All right. Like a glove. Just coming into Rubicon Springs here. Oh, big drop. And she's cruising nice. Not a drop of power steering fluid coming out of her. So, got myself a wheelman up there. Help me drive it into camp tonight. Then we'll Rochambeau who gets to drive it out tomorrow.
Huskins?
Hey, I'll take 2 ringers.
Yeah, 1 ringer. 4.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta back up and add that out. Rubicon Springs cocktail hour. What do we got? Is that a cooter board? It's a cooter board. Oh, that's right nice, here, big fucking cooter. Nice cooter you got. Nice cooter. All right.
Here we are, bottom of Cadillac Hill. Stopped at the graves to pay our respects to some friends, and we're gonna go ahead and drive this thing up Cadillac. Got the Tacoma in the back. Sean's driving that, and off we go up Cadillac Hill. And that is a traffic jam. Cadillac Hill. So this is your average Sunday on Cadillac Hill. Jeep, trailer, buggy, traffic jam. Nothing you can do but wait in line to get out. Look at that. Everybody in line back behind there. That's it. Like a glove, huh, Shooter?
His goggle hunter.
All right, we're coming up Cadillac Hill right now. And so far I've only used the lockers 1 time. That's just right at the sharp turn. Oh, pivot on the rock slider there. Off there is the cliff, of course, down the hill. And we're just kind of making our way up to the V-Rock here. Pretty dusty today. Cruising. We got the Tacoma in the back following us. And here we go. V-Rock, Cadillac Hill. Don't break my shit!
I know a guy that can fix it.
Good job, Sean.
Just silver.
Nate had to do all his goodies to it. Woo. Yeah, he gets it from these guys.
Literally, they were right there, and I came down this little rock.
What is taking so long? Want to get out, and it's Sunday, and there's 10 Jeeps in front of you with trailers. Going as fast as they can with the trailers, but it's about a quarter of the speed we can go. Makes for a long Sunday, not to mention the dust. You ever wondered what it's like to tow a trailer through the Rubicon? Well, there it is. It just basically bounces all over, hits everything. Oh boy. Look at that. And he's through. Bingo. All right, we are almost out to Tahoe, so we're gonna sum up the events on this one. So I'm driving in a 392 with a 3.5-inch metal cloak kit and 37s. Customer went in on his own. Well, it all started on Thursday, and on Thursday he had a no bus situation where went to start it, the Jeep would not start, all the dash was lit up, everything flashing, nothing you could do, disconnecting the battery, connecting it back up. Basically the CAN bus system was disabled and therefore the Jeep would not do anything. So over the in-reach text, we were able to explain to him how to troubleshoot the bus system. He was able to unhook the CAN portion that was shorting out and affecting the rest of it. And as soon as he took that one connector off on the CAN bus in the glove box and it started back up, everything started working again, he left it unhooked. Fast forward another 3 hours on the way down Big Sluice, got bound up, trying to force the wheel back up, get around a tight corner with no choice but to kind of force it through there. Blew the power steering pump apart so it would not hold any fluid. You're dead in the water there because you keep running the Jeep with the power steering pump dry, it'll seize, shear the shaft, your water pump won't turn. Basically the Jeep's dead in the water. So I came in the next day, put the pump on it off of my 392, got it into camp, and today spent the night in Rubicon Springs, and today Sunday came out Cadillac Hill in the Jeep. Now halfway up Cadillac Hill, started getting weird messages on the dash. 4-wheel drive overheated, service 4-wheel drive. As soon as that message comes up, even if you're still in 4 low, the front end, the disconnect, or maybe even in the transfer case, the viscous clutch unhooks and you literally only have 2-wheel drive. Not only that, you can't operate the lockers either because it says service 4-wheel drive. So all day today I've been shutting the Jeep off. Right now I'm in just standard all-wheel drive, high range. I did a lot of high range driving. It seems that turning it on and off, clicking it into high lock or high auto, kind of comes in and out the 4-wheel drive. I was able to get up Cadillac. One thing I will say is that right before this initially started happening, coming up Cadillac, I smelled something that smelled like burnt clutch. It wasn't the power steering fluid kind of burning off the motor. It was actually a clutch smell. So kind of makes me think that there's something going on with that all-wheel drive transfer case. So I mean, the saga just keeps on going, but the good news is we are about 3 miles from getting out of the trail. So we'll have to update and let you know what we find out on this Jeep. So we got it out. We're leaving it here at the staging area. He's gonna come get it, but we're gonna show you something here. So this is the glove box. See that little latch? So you wanna push in, there you go. Now it folds down. So the glove box just folded down. So you see that one right there? That's the bus. And there's another one right there, but check it out. See how there's 2 wires unhooked? And that was number 4. So when the CAN bus didn't work, you methodically starting on this green one, just unhook one at a time, put it back in, one at a time, put it back in. Turns out it was the fourth one here, and then the engine just started right back up. Now that does disable other parts of the system, but at least the Jeep could run. So we're here, out, and the rescue is over. That's a wrap. Another one out, going home. Almost forgot to mention the sway bar end link. The bushing just pulled out, so we had to unhook the sway bar because it was coming apart, it was hitting things. I think that was part of that CAN system, because the sway bar disconnect system is just continuously flashing, so that might be what shorted out the rest of everything else. So he's got a little work to do. And then to top it off, so you see that ram underneath there. The ram is grinding on the tie rod, and it twisted a couple times. The jam nuts came loose, and you can see there's the sway bar end link up there, just popped out, bushing still on it. So we just unbolted it down at the bottom. But a lot of things going on here. Probably not the best idea to do ram assist on a stock axle this low to the ground. Just no room to fit everything.